Tether, who famously did not really give interviews, did finally kind of agree to come on and represent themselves on CNBC. Um,
Is he the guy at the bottom?
yeah, that's the CTO, yeah.
Bruh. Looks like he's having a rough day.
He was having a rough day, and people can take a look at this interview, but it's the CTO of Tether who came on to sort of defend all the basically the accusations of them being a scam. So users can check out, the previous episode where I talked about the cryptocalypse. I kind of touched on this that Tether has just been printing tokens out of nowhere. They don't really have well audited reserves. All the sort of governments and regulators are starting to poke in on them as to what are you doing. The New York Attorney General has already banned them from trading in New York and said that they are completely unbacked and they're a scam, which they then lied about and said the New York didn't find anything wrong, even though they did exactly find there was a lot wrong. So they went on this interview, finally, the CTO and the lawyer, the general counsel for the company. So that's even just another like sign of, can you imagine, the Apple CTO is doing an interview and every time he's got to have his lawyer on the call with him live on CNBC.
Do I say it?
So it's just absolutely crazy. And the lawyer ended up doing probably 60 or 70% of the talking, right? So their story essentially cobbled together from their two takes was basically that because they were the largest stablecoin, that therefore the market has proven that they were the best. It's kind of it reminded me a lot of BTC supporters saying the market has spoken when it's like, well, the market's always speaking, mate. It hasn't, just because you're on top now, that doesn't mean you're going to be on top
It's
tomorrow.
an infant game.
Yeah. And so they also said that they couldn't provide any extra details about their commercial paper, which is supposedly backing their tethers. It used to be US dollars, but that was then thrown out the window and has now become these unspecified commercial papers, which could be worth something, could be worth nothing, probably aren't worth the amount of US
It's
dollars.
like inkjet printer
Yeah,
paper.
exactly.
That's what they're talking
It's
about.
like, with Bitfinex, which they're related to, is sort of backing them, but then Bitfinex is propped up by the tethers, so it's all a bit of a circle. Uh, they sort of said, well, we are the most transparent. We're only months away from an audit, but really the interviewer, she was sort of holding them to account a bit and saying, well, you're saying that, but you have not done an audit. Let's be real here. Like, you've done these attestations, which are sort of like a very lame attempt at an audit. So she wasn't letting them get away with that.